It's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Ruinberg map and we've got Crazib from Lemon Clan. He's in the T-50-2, which is a tier 6 Soviet light tank. Now you notice the design here is looking crude, but it's basically been revived from when the tank was in the game, in the early versions of the game. So they're sort of mimicking the graphic standard at the time. So it's very interesting and quite creative way to do that. The original light tank was in the game. It was notorious for the high speed and the ability to circle jerk the tanks, particularly tier 6, and has the original pew-pew gun. So you notice when it's shooting that the aim time and the reload time are almost identical. So you can basically use its high speed to get around the map, and it's sort of like 65 plus kilometers per hour, and circle and shoot to your heart's content sort of thing. So that was the original way the tank was played, but slightly different now. The game meta has changed, of course, so it's got to fit in with that, but it still has some of those characteristics. Anyway, Crazib is one of the better players on the server. He's got a really good record, and I've seen a few of his games on this channel, so you can expect some fireworks. But light tank play, what's the most important thing, apart from the early spotting, is to survive and sort of keep your hit points in a state that you can stay viable through the game and take your action towards the latter stages of the end game. So it hasn't actually got any spotting damage yet. It's a bit of a dangerous area in the map, quite open to enemy medium tanks, and here he goes, taking a big hit there from a 40 CP. Not sure if he got in the way of the tank that was spotted originally, but he's spotted now. And of course keeping his gun firing is going to keep him spotted, so that is the thing. So going to have to be a bit more conservative at this stage of the game. And he just waits till he goes dark and see if he can pick up some tanks crossing. C4A1 there. You can see enemy tanks on the middle road. Think of that AMX-12T, who can be shooting back up the road here. So Crazib decides to head back to an area where basically the tanks in the middle are on the edge of his view range, so that he can shoot without being spotted. It's not a bad tactic, and you'll see that good players will do this. Move to an area and you're wondering why they're going in a particular direction, you have a look at the range circles on the mini map, and you'll see that where they end up is somewhere on the end of the thing, end of the view range. So it's slow perhaps to react there on the Chaffee, but that's okay. It's got plenty of rounds, and that's another characteristic of the tank. Due to the pew-pew nature of the gun, it has to carry quite a few. Alright, it's got the Cheeto lined up there, but didn't quite get an outline, so no point wasting ammunition. And there's the Super Chaffee crossing. Can he get a shot in? Yes, he does. Now you can see the alpha there on the gun is also pretty low, and it just goes with the pew-pew nature of the gun. You can expect to get about 80 hit points per shell, roughly. Anyway, it's a bit of a cat and mouse situation here, not really surprising. That's sort of the way this area plays out. You want people to sort of push out and shoot them while they're side on to you, rather than you doing the same thing. So it doesn't really pay to be too aggressive. Alright, this Jagdpanzer IV. Can you get an outline? No, but the fact that Chromie B's gone down. And he's looking for a shot on the 5916, who's relatively low hit points. So the state of the game, they're 2 tanks down, roughly equivalent on hit points. But this is going to be Yeah, I think a bit of a stagnant period. It doesn't have much support here. The Skoda T-25 up there is playing pretty well, but it's already got one kill, but we don't think, yeah, he'll survive long if the enemy decides to push, and we know there's three enemy fairly close by, the 59-16 and the Cheeto. In fact, there's two Cheetos. So really just have to be careful. So I think they're just going to hold on this side. The city battle hasn't worked out all that well. It's just a KV-2 still alive from there. And it looks like certainly the Hummel's on the move. I'm not sure about the SU-8. Not really a great spot to be in the city as an arty if you're not getting any cover. So crazib there just fires off a blind shot, partly to do what a blind shot does, try and shoot someone who's in a particular bush, but also just to see whether he gets spotted, but nothing comes out of that. Oh, and there is the Jagdpanzer IV crossing, but he just misses out on getting him in. And he's got another opportunity to shoot him, which he does. And again, so every opportunity to do damage you need to take if you can and not get spotted as a result. And there's the Cheeto. Well, there's two Cheetos, of course. That one's in the city now, but just misses that shot there. So shell velocity is actually pretty good for the premium round there, like 1200 meters per second. Certainly at tier 6, that's pretty impressive. But just again holding here, waiting for the enemy to push is not something you need to do. What you want to do is try and catch them coming out in the open. And here we go, it's the Jagdpanzer IV. Oh, and he gets a tracking shot. That's really handy, and gets the kill and picks up some assisted damage there from the tracking. So that's brought some equilibrium back to the game as well, and he takes this opportunity to push up now that there's really only two tanks up here, and he knows the 59-16 is quite heavily damaged. The Cheeto, I think, was only about 200 hit points, so you can probably kill them. Oh, here we go, 59-16, so he's got the rear, fires into one. Second shot will get the kill, and there's the Cheeto, and he gets a kill there, so rapid succession, he gets 2 kills. And they're still behind on hit points, but they've at least equalled the number of kills. Now expect some arty attack pretty soon, and there he comes. And he uses his medkit straight away to deal with the stun. And heading down this direction to see if he can find any TDs. There's still 2 TDs involved on the enemy side. And of course there's 2 arty. Alright, now someone's on base. Well, what we're seeing with the SU-100 and the VK-36-01, so they're the most likely. And crazib just running back to help reset. There's only one on base so far. And I do need some spotting as well. I've got an SU-100 down there pretty close. In fact, he spotted the other SU-100, but straight away gets taken out by the VK-36-01. But now they're lit. The SU-100 is behind buildings as far as crazib position goes, so he needs to spot more. There's an AMX-12T been spotted. He's a bit low, and now, okay, he's got the VK-36 out in the open. So there's 2 on base at the moment. That'll be the SU and the VK. He gets 1 shot in to get a reset. And they've got his team's Jagdpanzer IV has gone on base, but it's being defended by Nashon. I don't think he will last that long. Skoda takes out one of the arty while this is going on, so it's always good to keep an eye on the mini-map. And he's just looking for a shot there on the AMX-12T. But there's 3 tanks on cap now, and only 10 seconds to go. Arty gets a little bit of a reset, but no, okay, they found the SU-100. He's got most of the cap points, so he gets a shot in. And there you go, you see he's picked up quite a bit of time. 1 more shot and he'll get the kill, which he does. So it's taken them down to 2, and now there's 30 seconds to go. Just needs to get an outline again that he can shoot. And this is the top of the turret of the VK. It's pretty strong. I'm not sure if he'll pen here actually, which he doesn't. Maybe if he gets the turret turned sideways, he will. But that doesn't happen. 25 seconds again to go, and he needs another spot here. Who else is on cap? Probably more cap points than the VK. Well, it doesn't matter, there's the VK anyway. VK takes out the Skoda, but one more shot and he's got the VK, I think. And as it gets the kill, it's the AMX-12T. Can you get a shot on him? No, he's run away. So it sends a shot down range to try and catch him. And there you go, he's come out in the open here now. He should get the kill, which he does. So that's crazib 6 kill, that gives him Top Gun, but this game is still open. They are under on the hit points. And there's a Nashon on Hummel still to find, although the Nashon was spotted when that ill-fated capping attempt happened. And we can assume that the Hummel's in the same area. So it does have good support there. That Hummel, he's got us moved into a position where he can assist. So quite aware he was in the city originally. We saw him move out, so he's paying attention to the state of the game, which is always good. And crazib coming in here, can he pull off a win? So this is all going to be about vision. Can he spot the enemy team? Now the advantage is he's probably got a pretty well-skilled crew. This is a premium tank, so you can swap in your top tier light tank crews from the same line. And oh, here we go. Here's the Nashon, so he has got a spot that you can shoot him. And she can just throw the window. One more shot, and he's going to another window. Just looking for the outline. Got a very narrow spot here to shoot through, which is pretty excellent shooting here. And so a couple of shots going wide, but he really doesn't have much of a target. He's going to have to push in on here. Oh, luckily Artie takes a chunk out of him, so that's going to reduce the hit points he's going to need. And again, just got a very small window there, and he gets through it, which is really excellent shooting. And at some point he's just going to have to bite the bullet. He does have 412 hit points. He can afford possibly take one hit from the Nashon, but he's got the Nashon down to really probably 2, maybe 3 hits. And there's the Hummel. He can deal with the Hummel now, which is great. So one shot in, he hasn't moved. Second shot and he gets him tracked, and this Hummel is toast. And in fact the Artie takes him out. So down now only to the Nashon. It's been quite an adventure for crazib, coming from a fair way back, and he's just got this Nashon to deal with. Hopefully he can avoid the Nashon, because leaving the Nashon to fight his Artie by himself wouldn't be a great outcome. So which way is the Nashon facing? Luckily the other way, so yes, he wasn't looking, expecting to come here. One more shot and he's dead. And that's it, and that's the end of the game. It's a great performance there from crazib. Let's go and see the details. Well, not so surprisingly, there's a Top Gun award for getting 7 kills and a high caliber award for the most damage in the battle. But he got the Defender award as well for getting at least 80 cap points off the people capping, and the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. So let's have a quick look at the team scores then. So he's finished well on top. 1459 base experience and 2396 damage. No one got over 1800. The Skoda T-25 was the next best player, and he did pretty well, getting 952 base as well, so well done, Sane D. And on the enemy team, the SU-100 that was trying to cap got 1699, so the top player on that side. So congratulations to Minochromiage, whatever his name is. Yeah, anyway. Shots fired, 48. That's the pew-pew gun, 35 hits and 32 pens. He was firing a stack of premium. We didn't really check the non-premium round pen, but yeah, I don't think it's all that fantastic, so that's part of the problem. So 104k spent on ammo, that's like a tier 10, and 40k on the premium consumables. So you need to buy your consumables when they're on sale. You get them half price. So net loss 98k, so pretty staggering for a tier 6, but yeah, pretty fun game and pretty fun tank. So anyway, thanks crazib for the replay, really appreciate that. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? We'll have more great content to follow, and thanks very much for watching.